Get in it now. Too fast. Oh, too fast now. Too fast. Felt like the throttle response was better, but after I flashed the converter those few times, got out the throttle, it wanted to idle really high. So it's warming up now. Idle's coming up. I think I'm going to go out maybe half turn all four corners because I'm 2 full turns out. Maybe that'll do it. I've been going back out on the speed screws for the idle. I could do that some more too. But I'll play around with it a little bit more here. Okay, so I went in a half turn on all 4 corners. So, you know, in terms of the idle circuit settings, I'm like 1.5 turns out from, you know, bottoming out, which is where everything I've seen is like your stock starting point for things anyway. So I think I'm right about right. 2 out might have been a little too much. I've adjusted the idle set speed screws, so you know, I'm idling back down around 1500. So I'm going to try to flash the converter here again, test the throttle response of that, and hopefully it, you know, smooths out the idle when I'm off of that and doesn't go high again. But otherwise, I feel pretty good about it so far, that the linkage adjustment on that secondary accelerator pump is helping with that little bit of a bog or throttle response when I go to mash it. So here we go. Definitely needs a little more. Definitely needs a little more of the idle. When I put it in gear, it wanted to come down further than I wanted. So let me fix that quick. Maybe I'll go back out a quarter turn now on all four. See where that gets me. Well, now it seems like I got something new. Could use a little bit more. It's not bogging as bad when it goes put in gear, but right at around $3,000, it's like a stumble or a miss or something kind of weird there. Now I haven't swapped these plugs. That could be part of it. The plugs I have in here are like the plugs I have in here when I run it just on gas to turn it over, warm it up a little bit. I don't know if that would make a difference. That they're not, you know, that they're not maybe cleaned up or something. So I don't know. That's a little odd. But currently I'm now 1 3/4 of a turn out from bottom on the idle circuits. I think that's ballpark. I probably don't need to mess with that. It may just be in the idle set speed that I got to fiddle with a little bit to, you know, deal with it, wanting to bog out a little bit when in gear, but it's not bad now. Certainly it's not dying at all like it was, wanting to die. So that's better. Definitely the throttle response was better on mashing it, I feel like, but yeah, now I can feel some kind of little bit of a, I don't know. All right, well, upon further inspection, before I jump to, is it plugs, is it this? You know, I was saying at the end of the last clip there that, like, it was starting to stumble at like $3,000 or something. I'm like, now what's it doing? It's a new problem, but like throttle response seemed better, mashing on it to flash the converter seemed better. So like definitely I think the adjustments on the idle circuits, the idle set speeds, which, you know, in the secondary was way off. So that tightened up the linkage to the secondary accelerator pump. Like all of that, I think improvements. Definitely, like, I feel much more confident when I go next weekend on Saturday. Hopefully, like, I'll be able to stage the car, do it, and not think about it won't fall on its face like it was. So I feel better about that. But what I realized, dummy me, I only put like a gallon
of alcohol in the tank, and she thirsty. And all of what I was doing here, run it out. So another thing to remember, it is hungry for alcohol and sucks it up. And I think that's why I was starting to stumble at 3 grand, because I was running out of gas. Like, put the dip in there and like, it's a little bit on the stick. So yeah, it's running out of gas. Stupid. Anyway, so I feel good about it. Feel like next Saturday we go, first points race of the season at Coastal Plains. I should be able to go up there and make some representative A to B runs. I am still gonna go down on the launch. I'm gonna make it easy. I'm gonna make it like a 4 grand chip on the launch. I'm gonna put the tires, I think, at 6 and start there. See what kind of time an A/B run I can pull off for a time run, and hopefully, you know, I can get at least. I'll get at least 3 hits in, a couple of time runs in first round, but maybe I'll get an extra. But as much as I want to be ready, I'm like chomping at the bit to be competitive and go compete and like jump in. Like, I'm still freaking new at this. So I need to slow down a little bit and just, I think I'm going to treat it, even though it's points race and all the competitiveness in me says go, just punch him in the face, kick some butt. I gotta dial it back and look at it like I'm going up for another test and tune to confirm what I've done is working. Oh, and I feel good too, I think, about you know, in terms of alcohol, you gotta be real careful with going lean. I don't think I'm having that problem at all. Peak on my exhaust gas temperature monitor was like 867 degrees. So with flashing the converter and all of that, I feel pretty good about it, that you know, I'm there. So really the test will be running that down a pass and making sure I'm not exceeding like 1200 degrees at the top end as a peak temperature. Any hotter than that, it's I'll be nervous that I'm going lean at the top end, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. So yeah, that's the report on today's work. So thanks for watching. Comment, tell me what you think. Am I way off? Am I right there? I need your help. Thanks.